Welcome to Cory's Conscious Living. Hello, my friends. Do you love Heidi, Cherry, and Vea? And you would love if you got exclusive stories that weren't available anywhere else. If you join my Patreon Cat Club, you will get 3 stories every month for $7 on the 7th of every month. If you want to join the club and it's okay with your guardians or your parents, then follow the link below and become a patron and join the Cat Club. Namaste, my little friends. Are you ready to meditate with Cory? Do me a big favor. Jump up out of bed and start to do some star jumps, like big old star jumps, as if you're a star in the sky. Wave your arms up, jump out your legs when you jump up. Do star jumps. 5 big, awesome star jumps. 5 more. Do them with me so you get out all of the wiggles and all of the tickles and all of the itches to want to move and not go to bed and not go to sleep. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Jump, 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 jump. And then jump back into bed for me. Get settled down and comfortable. Relax your entire body. You can put your hand on your heart and notice that your heart might be beating really fast. Take nice, big, deep breaths and notice how your heart starts to calm down. Your body and your breath start to go back to normal, so that you can be ready to relax and listen to this awesome meditation story. Have you ever thought about the conversations that go on inside of a snack cupboard? Everyone has a snack cupboard, right? You know, that cupboard in your house where all the snacks and the treats are. And you're always hungry before dinner, or you want something sweet after dinner. It's like, I wonder what's in the snack cupboard. But have you ever thought about the conversations that those snacks have and the different types of personalities? This is something that I recently pondered over. Once upon a time, there was a bag of chips. I was a bag of chips. Just an ordinary bag of chips. If I had to have a flavor, I would probably choose salt and vinegar, because that's a little bit like my personality. A little bit salty, a little bit spicy, but also very, very addictive. I got through into the snack cupboard. The conversations in there were absolutely crazy. There was a tub of nuts, and they caught my attention first. I was listening to them, and they were talking and talking and talking about all sorts of strange things. They were talking about what it would be like if your nose fell off, or what it would be like if you got visited by an alien, or what it would be like if you jumped off a cliff and then you landed at the bottom on your feet and the cliff was really tall and you didn't do any damage, or like what it would be like if those nuts were very crazy. They were nuts. The nuts were nuts, and they were all talking on top of each other about the craziest, strangest thoughts and feelings and ideas about things. Nuts are literally nuts. The next time you go and eat a bag of nuts or a container of nuts, think about those nuts and think about how crazy those nuts are. Trust me, nuts are crazy. And then I heard the chocolate chips. There's always a bag of chocolate chips. I particularly think chocolate chips are very, very reliable. If you think about it, chocolate chips are always good for a sweet treat. They never let you down, do they? So I was saying to the chocolate chips, I think you guys are really reliable. You know what the chocolate chips said? Oh, thanks. We try. We really do try. We try and be that kind of friend that's always there for you. Something just right. That's us. If you want something that's not too much, but not too small, you can kind of control how much you have, then that's us. Chocolate chips, we're just the bestest thing in the world. The raisins were over there in a corner with dust on them. Dust on the raisins. Now, as a bag of salt and vinegar chips, I actually felt quite empathetic for them. I felt very sorry for the raisins. But you know, the raisins were so boring. I went over to talk to the raisins. They barely talked. They were all just sat around, twiddling their thumbs, staring at what everyone else was doing. One of the raisins said, "What's your name?" And I said, "Salt and vinegar. What's your name?" "Crinkly." "Crinkly," I said. "That's a fitting name since you've got lots of wrinkles and crinkles." "Yeah, I don't really like it." The conversation went on like that for about 5 minutes. And it was the most boring conversation I have ever had. The next time you see a box of raisins in your cupboard, maybe feel just a little bit sorry for them. Because no one ever wants to be around them, let's face it. If you've got all sorts of interesting things in your snack cupboard, I would definitely have salt and vinegar crisps over a box of dusty old raisins. What about you? One thing in there that was so funny was the marshmallows. Oh, I do love those marshmallows. I went over to talk to a bag of giant marshmallows. They were so cute. They were soft. They smelt good. They were huggable. Huggable. So huggable. They just wanted to hug and squish and love on you. They're like the bestest friends in the world. Marshmallows are really nice friends. They're just so gentle and sweet and kind. And I felt really bad for being so salty and spicy. But at the same time, they were just like, "Oh, don't worry. We like to hug on anybody. We love everything. We're marshmallows. We're squidgy and we're sweet and we're just the bestest things ever." They are, you know. The next time you eat a bag of marshmallows, think about how much cuddles and love and kindness and hugs you're consuming, because that's what you're doing when you eat marshmallows. The coconut clusters, now they were quite interesting. They were very shy, very nice, but very shy. There they were, just sat there, all kind of clustered together, staying to their own type. You know those kind of friends that are on the playground that never mix with anyone else? They just hang out on their own by themselves, and they don't really let you in their clique, and they don't really want to talk to anyone else. That's what coconut clusters are like. They just cluster together and hang out together, and when it comes to anyone else, they're quite shy. I tried to talk to them, but they all just kept looking at each other as if they had their own personal language, like their own code. Their eyes would do certain things, their eyebrows would do certain things, and I looked at them and I thought, are these guys talking to each other with their facial expressions? They definitely were. Those clusters are nice, but they're a little bit shy. Oh, and then the party started. I fell upon a bag of M&Ms. They are so much fun. They are so much fun. Each colour is completely different. It's like a bag of surprises. And they're so mysterious because you don't know what flavour they're going to be. Are they all going to be the same flavour? Or is the colour of what they are on the outside representing what they taste like on the inside? I mean, they're just so exciting. It's like a bag of surprises, a bag of mysteries. M&Ms, I definitely liked those guys. I would want to go party with those guys. Those guys would be the kind of friends that would have all crazy dance moves on the dance floor, each one of them dancing different, and you'd be like, gosh, these guys are so much fun. Which one shall I dance with? I'm going to dance in the middle of them because they're just like coolest friends ever. M&Ms make the bestest buddies. I'll let you know. I, particularly, am very, very torn at the moment between M&Ms and then the snuggly, smelly deliciousness of a marshmallow. I wasn't sure which one I liked the most at the moment. But what would be perfect is if you had a bag of M&Ms with marshmallow pieces in there. That might be good. And then sometimes if you feel like those crazy nutty friends, you could throw some nuts in with the M&Ms, right? You could have the M&M nut flavoured ones, and then you'd have the mystery, the surprise, the excitement, and also the craziness of the nuts on the inside. That would be a really good snack. Marshmallow, nuts, and M&Ms all swirled and mixed together somehow. What if they made M&Ms that had marshmallows on the inside with nuts? Ooh, now we're talking. Salt and vinegar crisps would definitely not get a look in. That made me a little bit sad when I thought about that. But then I thought about those poor old raisins. Oh, poor boring old raisins. Just sat in the corner with no personality, very, very quiet and withdrawn and dusty, because no one had ever eaten them. Poor guys. I'm sure there's someone out there in the world that loves raisins, but not me. And then I thought, this snack cupboard is kind of a cool place to be. I came across some cereal bars. The cereal bars were very sensible. They're cereal bars. They've got something about them. They're a bit sweet and interesting and nutty and crunchy, and sometimes they can be like gooey or like a chewy cookie, and sometimes they can be really crispy, depending on the cereal bar. But they're mostly sensible. If you had a choice, would you go and play with a cereal bar, or would you play with the M&Ms? I personally would play with the M&Ms. But if you wanted to do good school stuff, like, get really good grades, or like read lots of interesting books, then I think I'd make friends with cereal bars, because they are kind of fun, but at the same time very, very smart and very, very sensible. I did like the cereal bars. Finally, I met the fruit roll-ups. They were cool. They were all sat together in a circle, just kind of intertwined and mixed around each other like spaghetti. They were really close, very fun, very interesting. What I did notice especially about the fruit roll-ups were that they were quite sassy. They had some skip in their step. They were a little bit cheeky, a little bit sassy, a little bit naughty. I thought to myself, I didn't think fruit roll-ups had that much personality. But I suppose if you're a foot long and you're just gooey and chewy and flavourful and tasty and you just go on and on and on, you would have a lot of confidence, wouldn't you? You'd have so much sass. You'd be like, yeah, I'm awesome. I'm a fruit roll-up. And I've got such a long, enjoyable time to myself. I had to sit down on a chair. Well, it wasn't a chair, it was a box of cookies. I had to sit down on a box of cookies, and they were okay about it. They were fine, actually. They were just plain old sugar cookies, so, they didn't have much to say about anything. And I sat there, and I was looking around, and I was thinking, all these different snacks, they all have such different personalities. It's kind of like being in a family where all your brothers and sisters are different, or all your aunties and uncles are different. And then I I was thinking, it's like being in the classroom, I suppose, when you've got all those different types of kids, all different personalities, and you have to try and get along with everyone, don't you? I was thinking to myself, being a bag of salt and vinegar crisps, I can be salty sometimes, but I can also be tangy and can make you pucker up. I can be a little bit direct with my conversation. And it's funny that all of these different snacks had their own little traits. The raisins were quite boring. The coconut clusters were quite shy. They kept themselves to themselves. The fruit roll-ups had quite a bit of sass. The chocolate chips, they were just bouncy and fun, and they were always there, very reliable, always hit the spot, right? Those cereal bars, if I want to be smart, I would hang around with the cereal bars. The marshmallows. Oh, I just love those marshmallows. They're so soft and sweet and kind and cuddly. Who doesn't want to cuddle a marshmallow all day? The nuts. I really liked the nuts, but I could only take so much craziness. After a while, I think the nuts would make me tired and I'd need to get into a place of my own space, because the nuts could probably be a little bit overwhelming. Same with the M&Ms. The M&Ms were so much fun, so many surprises, so many different variations, very interesting and exciting. They just keep you going all the time. But do I want to be kept going all the time? Sometimes I think I'd actually like to go sit with the raisins and just kind of chill. Or maybe if they'd let me, hang out with the coconut clusters and just be myself in a group with no pressure of having to make outside friends. Sometimes it's really difficult making friends. I sat there and thought about everything for the longest time. And then eventually, this really bright light came, and this hand reached in, and it grabbed a hold of me. It was a nice hand. It looked like a little boy's hand. It was very clean. It grabbed a hold of me and opened me up and started munching away. But what was really nice was the little boy made happy sounds, as if he was really enjoying my snack. And I thought to myself, it's quite nice being a snack. I wonder if all these other snacks like being snacks. The end.